Hi everyone, I know it's been a while since I made a video. Let's just say that a lot has been going on in my life, but I'm back now and ready to begin again with my work solutions to past paper questions in CSEC Math. So the last video I did, I was still on January 2025, so I want to finish up that paper. So we're on to section 2 of the paper. And we're starting with question number 8, part A, which is on functions. So part A says the functions f and g are defined as follows. F of x is 1 plus 3x over x minus 1, where x is not equal to 1, and g of x is equal to 5 minus x. So part 1, for 1 mark, we have to calculate the value of f of negative 2. So in functions, when we have to calculate f of a value, that value in brackets, we just have to substitute that value as x into the function. So f of negative 2, if we substitute negative 2 as the value of x into the function f of x, it will be 1 plus 3 by negative 2 all over negative 2 minus 1. So let's work out the numerator. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So 1 plus negative 6 will become 1 minus 6. And negative 2 take away 1 will be negative 3. So we have 1 minus 6 in the numerator will be negative 5 over negative 3. Negative divided by negative is a positive number, so we get 5/3, which we can leave as an improper fraction. So moving on to part 2. For 2 marks, determine a simplified expression for fg of x. So fg of x is a composite function where we perform the function g of x first. So I normally write it like this: f g of x is equal to f of g of x, where g of x is the inner function, which means to find the composite function, all we have to do is substitute g of x into the expression for f of x. So g of x was 5 minus x, and f of x is 1 plus 3x over x minus 1. So if g of x is 5 minus x, then what we're actually finding is f of 5 minus x, which means we're going to replace the x in f of x with, instead, 5 minus x. So it will be 1 plus 3 times, and we're going to substitute the 5 minus x here. And we do the same thing in the denominator. We're going to substitute 5 minus x as well. Okay, so now all we need to do is simplify. Expanding the brackets in the numerator, 3 5s are 15. 3 by minus x is minus 3x. And in the denominator, 5 take away 1 is 4, so we have 4 minus x. So this simplifies to 1 plus 15, 16 minus 3x over 4 minus x will be fg of x. And finally, last part, part 3, for 3 marks, derive an expression in terms of x for the inverse function f inverse of x. So let's just rewrite what f of x is. So f of x is 1 plus 3x over x minus 1. Let me just double check that from the top. 1 plus 3x over x minus 1. Okay. So the method that I teach my students is to replace f of x with y. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to replace, exchange x and y. So instead of y, I'm going to replace it with x, and instead of x, I'm going to replace it with y. So x and y basically just exchange places. So after this step, the second step, now we're going to make y the subject of the formula. So I'm going to multiply both sides by y minus 1. Then I'm going to expand my brackets on the left-hand side. So remember, we're trying to make y the subject of the formula. So we're going to bring all our terms with y on the same side. I'm going to bring everything on the left-hand side. So I'm going to move the 3y to the left, so it becomes minus 3y. And then the x from the left-hand side, I'm going to bring it across on the right-hand side, so it becomes plus x. Now that we have our terms with y on the left-hand side, I can factorize it out. So I remain with x minus 3 in brackets. And then the last step is just to divide by x minus 3. So my resulting expression is f inverse of x. So therefore, f inverse of x is equal to 1 plus x over x minus